This week, I completed reading section 6.2 and worked on problem 1 and problem 2. It seems like almost no progress, but actually problem 2, you will see, has a lot of calculations. And so that was pretty bulky and took a long time. So let's show section 6.2. Having a lot of fun with this chapter so far. It's a long chapter, and I do not know how many videos it's going to be. I think 6 at least. But I know that in the latter parts of the chapter, there are some applications that I'm not probably going to do too hardcore. I saw time dilation in relativity, section 6.9, and then the Rayleigh quotient in section 6.10. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do. But anyways, on to section 6.2. Gram-Schmidt. Turned out that it really worked out for me to understand it. I did understand it also when I did it in Anton. Now, this one, I think, explained it a little better, frankly. So I really like the way the vectors are explained here to show you why this product in Gram-Schmidt is always there, where it's really the W vector that you start with to get to your orthogonal vector, which is your V. And you're always going to do the inner product of W and V, norm squared of V sub j times the vector again. And the vector again comes in through this. If understanding this diagram, I think, is key to the entire section. And then all the calculations are just a matter of doing calculations. And of course, the inner product can be an integral, so they have a really good example of when that happens. Another projection that shows up a lot in the problems is this projection of whatever is in the W plane, and then whatever is in the orthogonal complement to W, which is everything else. Yeah, and so here we have orthogonal complements play a vital role in all the problems. Of course, by now, as I'm filming this, I've already worked through as many problems to section 6.2 as I could. So this will be the first video, and then I'll make another video. When I make these is not when they come out. It's what I'm getting at. But yeah. Some of the latter ones were just really a ton of calculations. I got a little lost, but the first few, I think I did okay. I looked in the back and they were all okay. So on to, so of course, this is problem 29 from section 6.1, which I'm not sure if I showed last time, but yeah, I attempted it. Not sure, I feel like I did it right. Then on to the reading. Of course, I just showed you in the book what this section, the reading is about. Of course, I always work out in detail all the examples just to make sure that I understand what I'm learning. So when I show it, my notes is a little different from the book because of that. Actually working out the integrals or anything else that is showing up. Yeah, like here, I worked these out. So and then of course on to true and false. I got 3 wrong, which is not that great because there were 7 of them. It's almost like I flipped a coin, but that happens sometimes with true and false. Then on to section 2. It's all about Gram-Schmidt calculations. I've done these in Anton before. The simple ones, at least, the ones without imaginary numbers, I did a whole bunch of them. And so these turned out to be pretty straightforward and I got them right. But then I did encounter some issues when the calculations just got really big, especially with imaginary numbers. So I did these correct. Yeah, had to redo this. And then, yeah, I made some mistakes here. I was in the neighborhood, but I made some mistakes. And then, yeah, also here. And with the imaginary number ones, I think, did I get one right that I could check? No, I had to move on. It was just a lot of calculations. And as I've mentioned before, now that I'm in my commuting period, just like Picasso had a blue period, this is my commuting period. The long calculation problems, if I do them well, I do them correctly, that's great. If not, I just usually just move on. Okay, so that was this section 6.2, the reading on the first 2 problems. Next video, next week will be all the other problems that I attempted.